What up, y'all? It is your boy, Jonah, one of the most authentic preachers you ever heard, and this is another episode of Church from the Other Side. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Please subscribe, support a brother, and I'm going to get right into it. We should have boycotted Netflix a long time ago. So as you know, Netflix dropped a movie called Cuties, and people are pissed about this film. I'm pissed about this film because it has 11-year-old girls dancing like strippers. I've seen a clip on Facebook of this movie, and it is bad, y'all. They got these 11-year-olds doing the kind of dance I would expect to see at a strip club. And with all this pedophile stuff being exposed these days, this movie is the last thing that we need. If anything, this movie should have been, banned from Netflix. And they should have Netflix should have halted this movie coming to their platform. Because we all know that there are predators out there, and this kind of stuff just feeds their perversion. And for me, this hits close to home because I am a youth pastor, right? So I have young girls I care very much about as their pastor. And I would not be okay with them dancing like this. Because I know how some men are. I know how perverted a lot of men are. And of course, Netflix is defending this movie with some kind of lame excuse about artistic freedom. But for me, it's like, no, Netflix, no. There are just certain boundaries that you just do not cross. And sexualizing children is one of those boundaries that should never be crossed for any circumstance. I don't care. It should never be crossed. And no one should be supporting this movie either. Not for curiosity's sake, not to learn about the struggles of an 11-year-old girl, whatever excuse you have. There's other movies that depict that kind of thing. But, this movie is gone rogue, right? And it shouldn't get any attention. But yet, I already know this movie is going to be number one on Netflix and trending. And that is sad. The number one movie on Netflix is about, 11-year-old girls, dancing like strippers. That's sad. But yeah, people should be pissed right now. And if you're really pissed, you got to cancel your Netflix subscription. That's what I just did this morning because, your Netflix money is just going to supporting more movies like this in the future. Netflix is showing you how twisted they really are. Yet, most Christians aren't going to boycott Netflix, even though they know that they're wrong. In fact, some of y'all are even going to watch this movie so you can just tell people that it wasn't that bad. And that's crazy to me, because y'all would boycott Goya over a comment, but you won't boycott Netflix over sexualizing children. So you're showing where your priorities really are. And here's my question. Why are Christians still supporting Netflix? Because at this point, this is like the straw that is breaking the camel's back at this point. Because Netflix has been dropping movies that with anti-Christian values consistently for the last 5 years. But most Christians seem unbothered by that fact. Even though every Netflix original has some type of anti-God theme. They got porn, they have new age, witchcraft, LGBTQ, y'all see this, y'all know this, but you're choosing to watch these shows that are anti-God. Christians see nothing wrong with these movies. But watch out for Netflix. Because, in fact, I heard that they dropped the movie with a gay Jesus. But yet, y'all are undisturbed. They dropped a movie called Messiah that's basically taking shots at the sacredness of Christianity. Because it's not okay for people to make a movie about Jesus that's not from a Christian perspective. That's like me making a movie about the Prophet Muhammad from my perspective. That's blasphemous. And then on Netflix, one of the number one series right now is Lucifer. So, with the anti-God themes in the Lucifer show and all that stuff, it's just becoming more and more clear that Netflix belongs to the devil. It's really not hard to tell that Netflix, isn't on our team. They're working for the enemy. But yet, a lot of Christians are still going to support Netflix, even though they know they're anti-Bible and anti-Christian. And don't get me wrong, I know Netflix has some good shows. There are many shows on that platform that I love to watch. But I gotta ask myself, is my entertainment worth supporting things that I know are wrong? I see things on that platform that disturb me, So you gotta ask yourself, is it worth it? And I'm just gonna leave it there. Let you think it over. Because I know some people really aren't bothered by that, and that's cool. But, I'm at the point where I'm like, yo, Netflix is just pure evil. And I'd rather go to the library and rent DVDs than give them another $1. Because, I just don't like what they're doing, and I just don't need it in my life. And there's so many other platforms out there that you won't even miss Netflix. You got Hulu, you got Amazon, you got HBO. I'm not saying get all these things, because they're probably not much better, but I'm just saying Netflix has clearly chosen a side. So that's just where I'm at, just giving you guys something to think about. And that's the end of my rant. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for showing the love, supporting this. And please do not leave this channel without, subscribing. Appreciate it. God bless.